Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit. I am here with actually, uh, I am doing something a little different. I have been called to do something a little different. Um, I am doing the full moon Aries reading today and just for this week. Um, I just, I was called actually to do it like Friday evening to record it then, but I was so all over the place. Um, didn't get a chance to follow my own call. So um, this week is just going to do the full moon in Aries reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Um, get some sacred space here. Just getting a circle here. Set an intention. I've lit my white candle for the full moon. Aries is ruled by Mars, and that's associated with the root chakra, um, where we are driven from in our chakra. And of course, we're in Libra season, which is not only related to the heart chakra, Anahata, and the root chakra is Muladhara, Muladhara. Sorry. Um, so there, with the Libra, there is balance, there is healing, and all of this is about healing. Really, this is about how we come forward in our own development, spiritually, physically, and how we put our best selves to the world. Now, a lot of times I kind of skip over some things that I have on my altar here, but the just be is a reminder to us to, um, regardless of what you are going through, be sure that the work you are doing is to pull your authentic self forward. It's not what you are doing, the work that you do when you do spiritual work or anything like that, is to pull um, your own true self through, your own fully accepted self through. So let's talk a little bit about what we are looking at. So, and again, what I do is I look at the tarot cards, mainly the major arcana, because that's a major theme of the tarot journey. So we have Mars, that is the Aries ruler, which is the Tower card, number 16. The Aries, the representative of Aries itself, is the Emperor card, which is number 4. The Moon, which is card 18, is Pisces, and of course I'm pulling the Moon out because of it being the full moon. And of course, the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon itself as well, so I pulled her out of the deck. And additionally, because we're in Libra season, I went ahead and pulled out the Justice card, which is the 11 card. So I'm just going to walk through really quickly overall what this full moon is bringing us. Now remember, in the phase of the full moon, this is the phase of the mother in the triple goddess. So we've gone through with the balsamic moon and the dark moon and the new moon. We have encountered the crone energy that has either given us life or basically pointing out something to us that needed fixing or needed removal from our lives. So now we've moved through where we've held the maiden portion, moving from this new moon and through into this full moon. The period between the new moon and the full moon was the maiden journey. And the maiden journey is challenging us. Can we hold the opposites as one? And if you think about how that makes its appearance, the maiden is, if we think about the what's the word? The fertile process of the like a sperm fertilizing an egg in the womb. The virgin, the maiden, is holding the womb and holding the dichotomy of those two separate things. So the maiden is able to hold two very different things to create one new thing. And so now we're in the phase of the mother with the full moon that's coming up. And so now it's a question of what have those two things that have merged, right? What has come to be? And of course, again, in our new moon phase, that's when we decide what two things need to be merged in that maiden process. So if you did your new moon intentions, really thought about what the messages, your wisdom, or that wisdom was bringing you, you were able to pull those two things together, or pull two either opposing or things together, right? To hold, really hold in compassion these two separate things to create one new thing. So with this full moon, because we have Libra overall, right? We've got justice overall. We've got the high priestess and the moon together. Aries is the full moon that we see ourselves in right now. And it seems as if we are looking at, it's kind of the same thing as Aries, Aries being in Mars right now anyway. And if you looked at my the astrology and tarot update, it's kind of the same thing, where we are looking at structures. We're coming out of darkness. We're being liberated from darkness, literally, right? We're being liberated from darkness of the law, things that govern having failed. You know, we're something that was big has now been toppled. The ego is now completely destroyed. We are in an upheaval, right? Because that's what the tower brings us. And the emperor is about a father figure or a government structure, government laws. And this overriding card of justice, right? The Libra representative, we're in the season of Libra. To me, that just kind of, brings it home that either what we're experiencing is a downfall, or justice being brought forward, like real justice being brought forward. There were some things that I saw, and this is just me talking about justice being an illusion. We have seen evidence of that, especially, in parts and cases around the world. We've seen a lot of evidence of justice being an illusion, but on a larger scale, it's telling us information. I don't know. In my day-to-day life, I look a lot at data, and the one thing that I try to get across to people in my day-to-day is that the data is not good or bad that we see. The data is telling us a story about what we may not be seeing for real. So if we look at, say you were to put out a survey, right? A survey of, do you like XYZ? How can we do better? And someone says, oh, I can't stand XYZ. And I think you could do better by doing this, To us, that's negative feedback. But if we take out the negative, guess what that is? That is actual feedback. That helps us understand what we need to change. So just want to put that out there, that this is, what we're getting right now is feedback. It's not negative. It's not positive. It is exactly, it's serving its role exactly is to give us feedback. Okay, let's go ahead, and I think I want to do the wild unknown today. Okay, so I call in my enlightened divine masters and teachers. I call on my ascended and enlightened ancestors to come into this reading with a message for the full moon in Aries. Yes. I call on the spirits of the elements of air, fire, water, earth, and the spirit that combines us all, the universal spirit of nature. Thank you. Alright, Spirit, can you give us some cards for a reading for the full moon in Aries? Thank you. Can you give us a card for a reading for the full moon in Aries? Thank you, Spirit. Alright, wow. Got a lot of things coming out here. These came out together. Alright, Spirit, do you have any more guidance for us for the full moon in Aries? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, 2 more cards coming out together. Alright. Okay, so before I do this, I also want to pull out a guidance card for this reading. I'm kind of on the fence of whether to do this or not, but I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. I have a new deck by Cheryl Harnish called Return of Spirit. I haven't yet reached out to her to find out if it's okay to use, but I definitely promised to send out that email today. I've just been working with these personally, and I found them very valuable, so I'm going to take a chance and try something new. And I'm just going to shuffle these, pull out a card, and we'll read it at the end. Find out what it is, and we'll read it at the end. So Spirit, again, if you could come into this reading with a message for the full moon in Aries. All right. Unfortunately, I did look at it, so it's the celestial card. So I'll go ahead and put these back. Let's see. All right. So I'll put this to the side so we can take a better look. First up is the Daughter of Wands. If you guys can see that. We have the Father of Wands. A lot of fire energy here, and that is, of course, evident of the Aries fire. Then we have the Six of Cups and the Moon card. Of course, the Moon card is out here as our what exactly what we're asking for, right? And then after that, we've got Temperance and the Chariot card. At the bottom of the deck is Seven of Swords. So let me take a quick look here. I can already see that this moon is bringing up something from our past, or is helping us. We're getting energy to confront the past, and we're taking action to confront that. This Daughter of Wands is a Page of Wands. Even though it comes with good news and the idea of adventure, right? It's paired with this Father of Wands, so it's likely that this full moon is going to bring you a message of, excuse me, a message of. It's almost as if this is like all around the earth that you're getting this sense, And when I say all around the earth, I almost feel as if there's something new coming to the earth. There's something new developing around the world, um, an idea, a ripple. I don't want to say earthquake, but it feels like um, something rippling and traveling through the world. And this Father of Wands is this action that's behind that energy. So, there's, even though the Wands is about fire, it's also about passion. It's very much about action and movement. The Wands energy is basically taking on this. It's being driven by a spiritual energy, and so of course the spiritual energy here shows up in the Six of Cups. In the it's in our roots. It's in our past lives that we're finding this energy moving, right? And the Moon card is, this is where we're kind of holding the past in this space of, um, oh gosh, I keep blanking on words. We're holding the past in this space of review. That's what it is. We are reviewing it in this safe, um, I know I keep saying liminal space. Liminal space is an in-between space, in between where we are now and this past, right? This past is being held. We're looking at the things that have occurred in that journey. We're even holding this past in a healing space to see, okay, how can we get from here back into our real life? How can we make the passion that is coming up? How can we bring that forward in our real life and heal this past, heal the roots of this tree? A lot of times, too, when we think about the tree as if we think about the woman as a tree, we can really see how oh, my air conditioning kicked on. Give me 1 second. Okay, great. I think Spirit's like, cool down. Yeah, if we think about the feminine as a tree and the nature of the roots of, um, I know I talk a lot about the feminine, but even if we look at how, the feminine came to be, yes, this is the feminine on top, but what led to her existence? What in the past, where was she? Um, what are the roots of the past? What are the roots um, that bring forth this individual at the top? And that really is looking at, of course, the moon here. And this card is the two trees coming up. So it could be that you might be looking at maybe a family relationship, maybe excuse me, if not a family relationship, maybe you're looking at a parent relationship, a sibling relationship, that specifically that kind of thing. So now we come to Temperance in the Chariot. The Temperance card is very much this idea of bringing balance. As you can see here, this crane is crying tears on this fire, and it's almost as if, you don't want the fire to burn out of control. So there is some idea that this is a cooling of the fire by healing, by looking into these roots and understanding where all your what's the word? Where all your sense of self comes from and how it is influenced from your past. And this Temperance card is bringing you kind of a break from looking too hard at that. And because a lot of times, if we get too deep into it, sometimes, we can really drive ourselves into different spaces that we don't, that we can't go too soon. And I want to caveat this reading by saying, if you find yourself in a place where you're holding yourself in this liminal space, I highly recommend getting getting therapy, looking for a mental health person, and really tackling these issues. Because as a tarot reader, one of the things that I like to provide is a safe space. And the thing is that tarot reading, you can go to all the healers and spiritual teachers and everything that you can or want to, but until you internalize that work and you make it your own, it's not really going to do anything for you, right? Even if it comes out on the other side, there's no guarantee. But holding the work inside of yourself, and again, this is just be, bringing your authentic, full, healthy self and acceptance of the self really is what's here. And so the Temperance card is equaling out that passion that you are to pushing forward and really tackling things of the past. It's getting you prepared and balanced so that you have the energy to move into this Chariot phase. The Chariot is about us moving forward, picking a path to go, really. We are either moving forward into, honestly, to me, it's like you're picking one or the other, but either way is going to lead you to the same result of success. That's how I see the Chariot card. There's no more, once we look at, now that we're in the mother phase, there's no more duality, right? There's no more holding. Yes, there's still that idea of holding in compassion and the ability to hold compassion outwardly, but there's no more need to bring two different ideas together to try and merge them. Now this is the birthing. This is what has come of that phase. This is what we are seeing now outwardly. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about, I see it a lot of times as deceit, but really it's what secrets are being held. And it could be that you're looking at secrets from the past. It could be that something from the past has been uncovered, really, and you're learning to deal with that, because the fox, you see here, you only see one eye. It is laying across the sword and hiding that sword from you. So either you are keeping a secret from yourself and not making anything known, or someone is keeping something from you. But really, I like to look at this as, what are you keeping from yourself? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the Celestial card that came up with the Return of Spirit card. This is, again, Return of Spirit deck, it's quite interesting. Return of Spirit deck by Cheryl Harnish, and the Celestial card came up. So let's see what that says. All right, Celestial. The Celestial card brings with it divine energies of the benevolent beings who are here to assist you with the human journey of incarnation. Perhaps you have been struggling to understand exactly what your purpose or soul's role is on the earth. You could doubt whether you even have a purpose or if you hold any special gifts or qualities. This card has come to you today to reassure you that you are indeed uniquely gifted in your own special way. The celestial beings who love and support you here want to ease your worry and doubt. Most people find their purpose almost as if by accident, and although it would be nice to have a magic scroll fall from the heavens which stated clearly what we are here to do, it isn't going to happen that way. We must discover this for ourselves. It is the active struggle and the effort itself which reveals to us our strengths and gifts. Each unique aspect of you and your life path is revealed in its own divine time. Your divine celestial beings are asking you to hold on to your faith, to trust the journey, Where did I leave off? Your divine celestial beings are asking you to hold on to your faith, to trust the journey of discovery you are taking, and to believe in yourself. They ask that you simply take action and step forward, whether you feel confident or not. It's the movement forward that matters here most. This is what we see in the Chariot card, that movement forward matters most. It doesn't matter what you choose, just go. You just might make a discovery about yourself in a way which you least expect. The entire universe is supporting you at this time. Do not give up on yourself. You are not alone or forgotten down here. Spirit is here with you, loving and guiding you each step of the way. You are on the path you are meant to be on and doing exactly what you should be to take you where you need to go. Awesome. So that is your full moon in Aries reading. Again, I was only called to do just this reading this week. And the full moon itself is happening on Thursday, I believe. It's happening on Thursday. But I'm looking forward to doing a regular reading next weekend. If Spirit calls me to do something else, I'll do that. But for now, have a wonderful week. And if you're interested in a personal reading for yourself, email me. I'll include my email in the link below. If you send me an email and don't hear from me, please be sure to follow me on social media, on Instagram, or leave a note in the video. Thank you so much.